Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kickback presents the All Memphis Post Game Show. It is your boy Jamal with the homie Mace. Mace, what's up, man? What's up to the people?
What's up, people? How you feeling tonight, Jay?
I am feeling A-okay. The Grizzlies, the Tigers are back. They played tonight against the Tulane Green Wave, and they beat them 61-46. Pretty low scoring. After you've been watching so many NBA games, you see college scoring like kind of low scoring, but this is a low scoring game. I think they said the 46 points was this is the least amount of points a team has scored in the Penny Hardaway era. I believe they held somebody to 46, so that's good. But yeah, I didn't watch the game. The game was on ESPN Plus, and as has been documented on this podcast before, I don't have ESPN Plus, and I don't know if it was on regular TV. I would have watched it anyway because it's Memphis versus Tulane. But now, Mace, you watch what stood out for you from the game?
Hey, it's okay. You can throw me under the bus, man. People, I gave Jamal the wrong password to my ESPN Plus account if you've been following along with this saga. And that's why he couldn't watch the game. And then he didn't say anything until the game's already out of hand and over.
I didn't say anything because I was like, you know what? Whatever. This game is whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, it was really what I expected to see coming off this 2-week break. Team hasn't been practicing. Some of them been sick. Some of the coaches been sick. They said the guys were out running around in the snow, like jogging to stay in shape because they couldn't go to the Lori Walton Center to work out. So, all in all, you're just glad that you got a win coming out of that break, no matter who you're playing. Tulane's 9-10. They were 4-9 in the conference coming into tonight. So, a good opponent for the situation, the circumstances, and the Tigers took advantage of it. We've seen this team lose to bad teams before, so it's not out of the question that it could happen. And it was ugly. I mean, it was ugly. 27 turnovers. At the first media timeout, it was like 5-4. I feel like that's always the score at the first media timeout when we get under 16. And then Musa had 2 quick fouls. Malcolm came in. But the first half was pretty unexciting. What's up, Renee?
And Renee in the building. Hey. Yeah, I mean, I was keeping track on the Bleacher Report app, and I was like, I don't want to watch this game. Just seeing some of the stats come across and all this other stuff. And then now that I see the final stats, I'm like 27 turnovers. Sheesh.
Bro, have you seen the most crazy stat on that whole stat sheet yet?
No. Well, the rebound is pretty crazy.
Look at the assist. That team had 3 assists, bro. Tulane had 3 assists. What in the what? Is this middle school girls basketball?
On 15 made baskets. They had 3 assists on 15 made baskets. 14 steals. Good Lord.
I mean, credit that Tigers defense,
Yeah.
It didn't pause during the COVID break.
They shot 7 for 36 combined from 3-point line.
Wow. I've seen better pickup games than that advanced middle school. That's for sure.
Yeah, at least our games used to be kind of exciting. I heard there was a brouhaha. There was some fisticuffs, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it was DeAndre Williams and another player got into it after DJ dunked on somebody. Basically, to me, the refs had let that game kind of get out of hand. They were letting John go on all game, which I don't mind, but it gets to a point like you're like, all right, you got to clean this up, or like they're about to get into a fight. Right. And it was just a little skirmish, no punches or anything like that. 2 Tulane players got ejected. Lester got ejected. And this was like 8 minutes left to go in the second half. Game was pretty much in hand. And because the Tigers had called a timeout, or maybe it was going to a media timeout, one of the two, I'm not sure which, all the players from both teams left their bench areas. So I guess they technically could have thrown everyone out but the 5 that were on the court. But because that timeout occurred, the officials had discretion, and they only threw out the 2 guys and Lester, which I didn't even see what Lester did. One thing about ESPN Plus is the replays suck. You get Wolo on the broadcast, so it's cool to have the hometown feed. But yeah, the camera angles, you get like the same replay, and they're like, well, we can't see what's happening. Like we need to go more to the right. And I guess that's just impossible. So I don't know if, Grind City Media wants to start streaming games and offer multiple angles. That'd be cool. Might be something to look into in the future. But there's not a lot to break down from this game, Jamal. Boogie led us with 13 points. That's about it. Like the rest of the team, Malcolm came in and filled in well, but he only played 13 minutes. DJ scored all 6 of his in the second half, I believe, and he missed a dunk attempt on somebody, so that would have made him 4 7, 8 points. He started bad in the first half, I thought, but he picked it up a little bit in the second half, and I hope that's a harbinger of things to come for DJ. But yeah, not a lot to break down from any of these guys' game, really.
I'm looking at the stats, and I'm just seeing DeAndre Williams, who, if you don't remember, he made his debut against Tulane a couple months ago, and he went off in quotations, right? He might have had a double his first game. But he dunked on a couple people, very energetic player against them. So I guess he thought he had Tulane's number because he took 12 shots for whatever reason. I see Landers only took 4 shots, which surprised. Like, was he not engaged in the offense, or that's just how the game kind of went?
I think the game was just so there was no flow. They were throwing the ball all over the court, both teams. Like, Tulane had 16 turnovers themselves, so yeah. There was no flow to the game. Like, there maybe a couple stretches of like 2 minutes, but yeah, I was disappointed in DeAndre, and I honestly didn't really notice that Landers wasn't doing anything. Kind of one of those things, you're up and it's an ugly game, and you're just like, all right, just hang on and win this game.
Well, yeah, it's like somebody said, the most important thing about this game is to get the W, and I think that is the most important thing for the rest of the Tiger season.
Yeah, your bubble's not burst, and you're still playing for something. If you lose to Houston, your bubble's not burst. If you lose to Tulane, you
right.
Cancel it.
So, like, I think who do they play on Sunday? They play another sorry team.
Cincy.
A team they should beat. Although Cincinnati was beating Tulsa last time I checked before we started recording. So, like, I hate to say, I'm gonna have to take back a statement I made a couple shows ago. Statements I made during some of the last games, because we're talking about the momentum and building up to being in the tournament. With the way their schedule has shook out, like, they just need wins. So who cares how you play now? Just get a dub. Right. Like, you got one Houston game, which I'm sure everybody will be up for, so they'll play well that game. This is a team that plays to the level of their competition.
Potentially two.
And then you might get one Wichita State game back. So those are the games that you have to play well. These other games you can kind of play mediocre. Like, even mediocre, you should beat Cincinnati, and then they don't have Temple again. They got somebody else, another one of the sorry teams. I guess I can go to their schedule.
Yeah, I got it right here. So we got Cincinnati on Sunday, at South Florida on March 2nd.
Yep.
Then who else we got? Let's see here.
Yeah, Houston on Houston. There's just your one Houston game.
Yeah, but so we'll probably get a game in there that Thursday in between South Florida and Houston. Whether that's Wichita State or Houston, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Wichita State's considered a tournament team now, so that'd be a nice win. But I think they're going to try to get some of these games back on the schedule. At least I hope. We need it.
Right. And so you get the how many games have they missed?
I mean, they could toss one on there for Friday. We only got 3 games, so that's they're going to put some more on there.
They were talking about maybe. Yeah, go ahead.
We missed 6 games in all so far this season, according to the ESPN schedule.
I know they missed both Temple games, so maybe they throw. If you want another game, maybe they throw a Temple in there on Friday, or maybe Wichita wants to play on Friday, or whatever, or next Thursday. But and this is what I've been saying. If I'm Wichita or if I'm Houston, I'm not agreeing to play.
Yeah.
I ain't playing y'all. Like, no, you had your chances. Sorry, bro. I'm not playing y'all. If I'm Wichita or Houston, like especially Houston, because Houston say we got y'all once, and that's it. We'll do that. Wichita the same way. We played once, y'all beat us by 20. Cool. Like if tonight North Carolina played Marquette, it was just a game that they scheduled. They had some days open this week. They played Marquette. North Carolina's a bubble team. Marquette's going nowhere. But they scheduled Marquette, and Marquette beat them by 13, but they were up by like 25 the whole game. So this loss hurt UNC, North Carolina, more than it helped Marquette. And that's what's going to happen. Not necessarily happen with Houston and Wichita, because a loss to Memphis won't hurt any of them if they were to lose. But why put your team out there again for another opportunity when you don't really have to?
Right. And, looking big picture, Tigers still in 3rd in the conference, a game and a half ahead of 4th place SMU. So you figure you're pretty locked into that 3rd place you trail Houston. They're 12-3. Tigers are 9-3. And then Wichita State's currently in 1st by percentage. They're 9-2. So you're still right there in it. And if you beat Houston, then, you're in the driver's seat because you've beaten Wichita State. Right.
Which and maybe that's another reason why you don't want to play Wichita State, because if you've already beat them once, or maybe you think you can beat them again, but you already beat them once, and so you got that. Oh, you got that over them in case y'all do end up with the same record. You got the tiebreak,
right?
So a whole bunch of stuff plays in place. I really wish they listened to the show last time against the Grizzlies game, so they could just listen to our idea about getting the people to the conference tournament site early and just playing the games there. But everybody don't be checking for us, and I get it, I understand. But that'll make me get the games.
It would only make sense, but sometimes things that make sense are just too hard for some of these big corporations.
Right.
Checking in on some KenPom stats, Memphis is now in 347th. in non-steal turnover percentage, meaning that, they just throw the ball willy-nilly, travel, whatever, any of those type of turnovers where it's not a direct steal. Do you know what place that is, Jamal? It's last.
I'm going to say last.
It's last of teams that are playing this year. So you got Bethune-Cookman and all the Ivy League schools below us, and they have not played.
And Ivy League ain't playing. Poor Bethune-Cookman. HBCUs just out here just throwing the ball away to each other.
Well, they haven't played. No, they haven't played either.
Oh, they haven't played either.
So them and Maryland Eastern Shore. I guess they didn't field teams this year. So the Tigers are dead last in teams in terms of teams who have played this year in non-steal turnover percentage. Southeastern Louisiana ahead of us. Loyola Marymount, Radford, Purdue, Fort Wayne. Shout out to Jitty Maine. That's ugly. All right, now let me turn the tables on these KenPom stats. The Memphis defense is ranked number 2 in the country, and that's how you beat bad teams like Tulane when you turn the ball over 27 times.
There's a correlation. There's a correlation, right? Our defense is so good because we have to be, because we turn the ball over so many times.
Yeah. You're always on defense.
You're always on defense.
No wonder they can't make shots.
They don't shoot enough. Like how many shots they shoot tonight? How many shots did they shoot tonight? They've been shooting many. 30, 55? 61. He's throwing out random ass numbers.
Let me pull it up on Ken Palm. We shot 37 plus 17, so 54 total shots.
That's not enough shots.
And made 21 of them.
That's not enough shots, dog. Tulane outshot him 58-54.
That could be wrong. Those Ken Palm stats, they might cut out garbage time.
No, they were 21 of 54. That's what ESPN says.
Oh, okay.
21 of 54 for 38%, 39%, and they turned the ball over 26 times. So even if you turn it over 13 times, just cut that in half. There's 13 extra possessions. Maybe you get 10 extra shots.
Yeah, 64. And I mean, if you're shooting, 43%, so you shoot 13 and you make 4 of them, even like 5 of them.
This is a 30-point game. Yeah, that's why their defense is so good. They always got to play defense. But that's the one thing that we can always say about a Penny Hardaway coach team is that they will play some defense. He will use his athletes well on the defensive end, maybe not so much on the offensive end. But then you got people like Damian Ba having 5 turnovers or 4 turnovers, and
Williams had 4.
Cisse had 4, which I mean travels. I'm assuming like some travels and charges.
He is just like the little brother out there. Like he's trying so hard, but he's just younger than everyone and like not quite ready to be playing with the big kids yet. But like he's trying hard and he's athletic and annoying, and like jumping into you because he can't control his body and stuff and falling on the floor. I mean, he tackled a guy for his first foul like as soon as the game tipped off, and like he didn't mean to. He just did it. Like he couldn't stop.
My bad. I'm being alone.
Yeah.
So sorry, man. Here's my thing, right? And I've asked this question a lot of times, and this might be the wrong game to ask this question, but just think about it for the next time they play. Might be the wrong season to ask this question, but has anybody gotten better from game 1 of this season to game, what is this? 19 or game 20 of this season? Yeah, to game 19. Has anybody gotten better? Like Musa's still doing the same things he was doing when he started. Where's the improvement? Maybe this is the wrong season to ask for because of the start and stop, and you didn't have a lot of time with him. But that's just my question for the Tiger faithful.
I mean, you could make an argument that Alo's gotten better. Because he couldn't, he was at his floor pretty much. You like how I rephrased that real quick? Yeah. I think Moose has shown improvements. Maybe not so much tonight, but over the course of the season, you've seen him start to learn stuff. But that 2-week break probably impacted him the most, just because he's learning more than anyone at this time, and just getting out of the rhythm. It affected him. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to make a case for a lot of other people. Everybody has their game.
Yeah, maybe they play an offense where you can't see the improvement, which is part of it. Like, I mean, they're winning. They're winning. I'm definitely nitpicking. I don't know about improvement. Looking for improvement is nitpicking.
Yeah, I mean, are any of them going to the NBA draft? No, like they're not improving that much individually. Right. Like they make. It's always someone different. It feels like who steps up. It's Landers one night, Williams one night. So no one is improved to the point where we can count on them consistently every night. And Alo might be the closest thing. Nolly, but then the guys who we can't count on turn it over. So,
like Landers is going to go to the NBA draft. He might not get drafted, but he's gonna land. I think Landers is going to put his name in the draft
this year.
I think so. I think he's tired of school. If I'm him or DeAndre Williams, I'm tired of school. I don't want to go to school no more. DeAndre Williams is 35 years old. Why does he want? Why would he still want to be in school? No, forget this school. I'll go into the G League and because he I don't know if he's good enough for the G League, but he at least try out for the G League. Make you some money there. Do something. Don't be like I ain't gonna be 35 in school if I'm him. Same thing with Landers. Landers not that old, but yeah.
All right. Well, I don't think there's a lot more to touch on this game. So I'm going to go ahead and give my Player of the Game award to Mr. Boogie Ellis. He's wearing the T-shirt under his jersey, but it looked like Boogie's getting a little bit bulkier down there, like in a good way. So he looked a little thick. Must have been doing his push-ups while he was in quarantine or whatever they were doing. So, and 13 points, the only person over 10 points, right?
Only one in double figures. Yep.
Yeah. So shout out to Boogie.
Only took 9 shots, which was good.
He shot 33%, but
you're happy to see Boogie score and be involved a little bit. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with him when big games come. Because Penny doesn't like to have him on the floor a lot. He scored a lot of those 13 points in the first half.
Yeah. So, but I mean, we're going to need him to be good if we want to win these next 3, 4, however many games we get.
You need a locked in Boogie. That's for sure. You do need a locked in Boogie.
And he played he played second most minutes. He played 2 less than Alo, and he only had 3 turnovers, so better than 4.
Better than 3 is better than 4, which is better than 5. Who's your bum of the game?
So you're going Boogie too?
I don't know. I'm gonna sit this one out.
Yeah, there's not a lot to sift through. Bum of the game. Bro, you just go ahead and pick the officials, I guess.
Yeah, there you go. The officials is the bum of the game. Just because they are always the bum of the game. They didn't do a good job officiating the brouhaha, the skirmish.
Yeah. I mean, if I wanted, I'm giving the Tigers players a break just because they're coming off the break, and Tulane they had a rough season, so we'll let them slide tonight. My play of the game, I don't think there was one.
A final buzzer.
Yeah, definitely not the refs going to the monitor for 20 minutes to figure out everything.
No, they got to do something about these replays. They got to do something.
The fouls in college basketball, it's unbearable.
Do something about it, man, because this is terrible.
That game was like 2.5 hours long.
For no reason. I will tell you, I did win some money tonight.
Oh,
on the Tigers.
Way to change it up.
I put a good amount, $5 whole, on them to hit the under, which they did. What was the total? It was 107, and the under was like 121 or something like that. It's like, what? I'll take that easy. They're not going to score this much. So yeah, they hit the under and won me some money, which I'm very happy about.
You should have bet the house on that under with the defense and the COVID layoff.
I should have bet the house on that. I mean, look, $5 is a lot to me.
Yeah, that's good money. But if you bet 10, then both teams would have had half the number of turnovers, and there's been
right. You know how it go. You know how this stuff go. You know how it go, dog. So Cincinnati beat Tulsa tonight, 70-69. Score just went final.
Okay.
It was actually the score. The over under was 131. Yeah, you knew that was going under. Just knew that.
The Tigers they're sitting at 45 in KenPom, so inside the top 50. They got a chance.
They do.
Their offensive rating, we said their defense is second. Offense is 165. And there are no teams none of the 44 teams ahead of them have a worse offensive rating. That's to be expected. The worst one I see is 56, 61. Rutgers at 61. Oh, Clemson at 103, coming in at 37, and our old buddies VCU at 43. They're 2 spots ahead.
Where's Ole Miss?
Ole Miss. Let's see. Mississippi, they're 54th overall, 109 in offense and 16 in defense. So that would have been a nice win if we could have played that game.
Yeah, they beat Missouri last night, and it got me wondering if they're any close to an at-large bid.
Yeah.
They beat Missouri. They beat Tennessee. They beat a couple other playing in the SEC. They might even beat Kentucky once. They get the opportunities for those type of games to play.
Right.
It would have been good if we played them.
It'd been good if we beat SMU. Or we did beat SMU, but Tulsa.
Right. That one of those both of those Tulsa losses, because you should have won both of them. Coming back to bite you right now.
Yeah. And the VCU, that VCU game, Western Kentucky, like you just start going back to each little game. You lost to Auburn without a Sharif.
Like I'm even okay with the Auburn loss because there was gonna be a toss up anyway. But like, no way you should lose to Western Kentucky and VCU. Like those are just games you shouldn't have lost, and that's what's holding you back right now. Like the start is just as important as the end. You started it pretty badly with those 2 losses, and now you've been digging yourself out of that hole the whole season.
And the schedule has been pretty favorable. We've only played 4 true road games. Like that's crazy.
Huh? One was in SMU, one was at Tulsa, one was at ECU, and
at Tulane.
And at Tulane.
Yep. And then we'll go 2 Cincinnati and 2 South Florida. So we'll have six total road games.
Don't fuck around and lose that USF game. Don't fuck around and lose that Cincinnati game.
Yeah, and we only beat USF by 1 the last time we played them, but we weren't playing good at that point.
Right.
We weren't winning at that point.
So we got Cincy on the road. So we beat. So we have 4 road games. You said right?
Yeah, 2-2.
2-2 on the road. Nah, they can do it. Why not, huh? Another 5 on the Tigers to win the game on Sunday.
All right. Well, y'all can find me on Twitter at BarnBurnerSlim. Jay, tell them where they can find you. I'm going to go ahead and tell them at Nerdy McFly on Twitter, and you can do the show.
You can find the show on YouTube at Diamond in the Bluff Media or just Diamond in the Bluff. You can catch us on Facebook at The Kickback Pod, on Instagram at _Kickback_pod. Yeah, man. We here after every Memphis basketball game, rain, sleet, or snow. We are here.
Ugly or pretty?
Ugly or pretty. We here talking about it. We here talking. Might not be much about it, but we here talking. So,
we got like 8 minutes out of this game. That ain't bad.
We made more shots this game than they did. With that being said, that's Mace. I'm Jamal, and we are out.
Peace.
I'm going to put this back up because it looks so good.